Hey, welcome to my vlog. So I am Yendi and this is where we will talk all things travel with me. So I'm a Jamaican girl and I have this mission. My plan is to set foot in every country in the world. How that's gonna happen? We just gotta see. So years ago, I read Dan Brown's Inferno, which is set in Istanbul, and I'm like, yep. The way he described it, it was so beautiful in my mind's eye. I was like, yeah, man, that's on my bucket list for sure. So voila, I decided I was going to do Turkey. Now, what I did not expect was for Turkey to be beyond what I saw in my mind's eye. There's ocean, there's mountains, there's culture, there's history, there's food. Istanbul is a dream. I remember just walking the streets of Turkey and you have all these little lanes and alleys and roadways that lead to the most special, unexpected things. One of the things I did not expect to walk up was a Jamaican restaurant. It was a restaurant slash bar slash vibes, means a domino table was there. So that already, it built my vibes. Every few meters you have these epic pieces of history. Battles won, breakthroughs and the rights of people. It makes you stop and pause and reflect on the history of it all. So we're in this promenade and then we go into this store. Now mark you, in this space you're gonna have a lot of people coming up to you to sell you things. It's all a part of the ploy to get you to come into their shop. When you go into their shop, they're gonna be upselling. So just be on the lookout. Nobody's gonna harm you or anything, but just know where you're going and what you're doing because you're gonna be sold something. And just make sure it's something you wanna buy. So we went into this store and it's a wall full of Turkish delights. Let me tell you something. I don't know if my taste buds have been happier. It was a great start. So wall full of Turkish delights, and then there's another wall full of teas. Apple tea is one of the things that Turkey is really known for, and it tastes so good. So the guy brings me a mug and it's apple tea, and I'm sipping on my apple tea while he's carrying me on this experience of Turkish delights, right? Kiwi delights rolled in rose petals, delights rolled in pistachios, just everything the mind can conjure up. So I bought a box of Turkish delights and I have just 3 little teeny pieces left. Yeah. But these were my favorites. So I got that one, which is the kiwi, and I got that one, which is the rose, and I also got this one, which is chocolate, pomegranate, and pistachio. Let me tell you something. It's life altering. Life altering. It's so good. Okay. Anything in my teeth? You good? Yeah? Okay, good. Thank you. Appreciate you. And then they have these cruises. So there's a Bosphorus cruise where you actually get to go up and down the Bosphorus at night at sunset. Food included, drinks included. Drinks included? Yeah, drinks included. And entertainment. And that was really cool as well. Also, I forgot to tell you, they also had an entire floor of Turkish carpets. Guess who rolled in the carpets? You couldn't stop me. I was spinning my roll into the carpets. Super soft and just super cool. Turkey is known for making these special carpets that are just softer than a baby's butt. So then day 2 starts early because you want to maximize the day in Istanbul. So we head straight back to that square, but the Blue Mosque at the time was under construction, but we definitely viewed it from the outside and it really is stunning. It's beautiful. Then there is the Hagia Sophia. The wealth of history in that space, religions coming together, paintings on these high cathedral ceilings reference the story of Christ, and then beams coming down that tell the story of Muhammad. For me, it was really symbolic that we can respect our differences. And then also while we're in there, I don't know why or what happened, but see what had happened was my hair was in rope twists, right? As much as people were lining up to take pictures with the different relics, guess who people wanted pictures with? But I think they were just like, what is she? Who is she? Why does her hair look like that? She doesn't look like us. She's obviously a foreigner, but what is she? And I don't know, it was kind of interesting. I'm still not quite sure what they think because of the language barrier. I don't know what was really going through their mind, but that was pretty interesting for me. And then after the Hagia Sophia, now we're still in the same day, we went down to the Basilica cistern, and that is where everything is underground, and you have the water source for, I guess, what was a town at the time. Just the fact that it was before its time, just the fact that they came up with it when they came up with it was pretty cool just to feast your own eyes on. Here's the thing about Istanbul as well. There are so many restaurants. You have plenty options for all types of food. But we went to this one particular restaurant, and that was for me the best meal I had in Istanbul. The meal was fine, fresh. The aesthetic of the space was awesome. Everything you want in a cultural experience. So all around Istanbul, you have these guys that do this performance with ice cream, right?
Original ice cream. Allah Allah. Okay. Maşallah maşallah. Hatta hadi vitamin. Ay maşallah. Okay, thank you boy. Hello. Oh my god, thank you boy. Merhaba. Nasıl gidiyor araba? Test kontrol. Test. Yeah. Vallahi Allah'ın emriyle ya. Welcome.
When I say I laughed so hard just to get an ice cream cone on the way to the Grand Bazaar. The Grand Bazaar has every single solitary thing you can imagine under the sun. I cannot explain enough how grand it is. I don't think we walked even a half of it and we're there for over 5 hours. It's grand. They actually have a water fountain in the middle of the bazaar, so when you're thirsty, I was gonna be okay. Everybody was drinking from it. You know, some people are really cautious when they go to foreign countries about drinking the local water and they only drink bottled water. I made it. Here I am, guys. And then, one of my favorite experiences in Turkey. So you are literally on a boat, switching continents, but not leaving the country. There are tons of ferry options. Like literally there's a whole strip of ferries. We got on a ferry from Istanbul in Europe, journeyed on the water, watching the sun go down as we traversed to Asia, to Karakoy. Just the idea for someone who is a lover of geography, who is a lover of creation, that we could have been starting in one continent, not flying to then head to another continent and not leave the country was so cool to me. And then in Karakoy, the food is so reasonable. You can have a great meal without breaking the bank. We got to this spot, street food type of vibes, really authentic local food. And the guy called me over and asked me to help him roll the dough And I'm like rolling out the dough and I'm like filling in the meat and pinching the dough. It was just so authentic. And I just sat there and ate till my heart was content. And then we got the ferry back over from Karakoy, the very last ferry in the night, and then rested our heads in Istanbul to head in the morning to Cappadocia. Now, Cappadocia was a bucket list item for me. I'd seen all over socials these videos of people in these hot air balloons, right? Do you know the movie Up? You must know the movie Up. Up is one of my favorite animated movies of all times. And I literally only wanted a real life Up experience. Cappadocia was Up in real life. Yo, I was in heaven. Cappadocia is really special because it's all of these rock formations. They literally look like cone hats. But when you look closely at the structures, you see little windows and doors. And the people actually live in the rock structures that are caves. The hotels are in the caves. The houses are in the caves. First thing in the morning before the sun is up, they come and collect you at your hotel. Obviously, you sign up for the tour, right? They come and collect you from your hotel. You are carried to this remote location. It's dark, you know, you can't see nothing, right? And then as the sun starts to come up, people arrive with these hot air balloons and start lighting them up. So the fire is like blazing up under the balloon. And you see the balloon starting to wake up and come to life. And the balloon is inflating and coming to life as the sun is rising. Oh, you can't make it up. It's so good. And you climb in to the basket and then you start to rise off the ground and you literally just start flying. And you are flying over the most stunning terrain. And literally as you come over the lip of the mountain and look in the distance, there are hundreds of hot air balloons in the air with you. It is like a real life storybook. Hands down, one of my top life experiences. You know, in that moment when life happened, earth happened, creation happened, and these rocks came to be as they were because of existence, right? And then you are floating over it. The air is crisp and fresh, and you're just like, yo, look at God. Look at creation. When I say magical, magical. Cappadocia was hands down one of my top 5 experiences since my eyes have opened. I would go there again 50 million times. Okay, no, maybe won't. Because I have too many other countries to conquer. But Turkey overall, I recommend highly. I really think Turkey is a great experience. We only went as 3 girlfriends, so it's really safe for female-only travel. And I would go back to Turkey as a solo traveler. There's nothing that I felt unsafe about. The people of Turkey are just really cool. They're fun, they're pleasant, they're super sweet. And I really want to go back because I want to see Antalya. There's just so much of it I want to explore. So I'm going to have to go back to Turkey. But for now, Turkey has definitely scratched an itch that Dan Brown started years ago. Thank you so much for watching this video. Do not forget to please subscribe to my channel, like this video, comment below, let me know where you'd like me to go or your suggestions if you're a travel lover as well. And of course, sharing is caring, so go on now and share this video. Also, turn on your notifications because how are you gonna know where we're going if you're not notified? See you next time.